Hi guys, this is Prashant. Today I will introduce you to the Alto LXI 2010 model. The first model of the Maruti Alto was launched in year 2000 in India. It is the 14th model if globally, but in India it was the first model. When they launched in 2000, it was launched with the version called VXI, and that had a mandatory power steering and a power window option, which was later discontinued in year 2005, post which they launched this Alto LXI, and this stayed from 2005 to 2012, and from 2013 the second generation of Alto was actually launched by Maruti Suzuki. So if you have noticed, some of the Altos have a lock here. That's because that was a VXI model, and that was existing only from 2000 to 2005, and the same cars would also have a lock on the petrol lid as well, which we don't have here. So there was no change in the way the car looks and everything, but only the small features like this were changed and it was launched. I don't know the actual reason why Suzuki had to do that, but for all possibilities I feel that they wanted to make it more convenient, and they might have felt that there was no need to have this a manual lock here, because that was the time where the centralized lock came into picture. That's what I feel. Guys, let's not forget the Alto K10 that was launched in 2010. In fact, when I was going to buy this car, I waited for that for 6 months. However, that didn't launch at that time when I was waiting, and I had to give up and buy this. But good that I did not buy the K10, because that lasted only for 2 years. And in year 2013, the second generation of Alto K10 also was launched along with the change of this vehicle. Let me just talk about the components in the bonnet. So this is a 800cc 3-cylinder engine that has a power of 46.3 bhp at 6200 rpm and a torque of 62 Nm at 3000 rpm. This has a 5-speed gearbox which has manual transmission only. It does not have any kind of a 4-wheel drive option. It's only a 2-wheel drive option, the front wheel drive option. The stock lights are around 55 watts, and they're not, I would say they're not quite enough for the highways in the late nights. The overall weight of this vehicle is around 705 kgs, and the gross weight is 1140 kgs. The front suspension is the gas filled Pearson strut with torsion type roll control device, and the rear suspension of coil spring with 3-link rigid axle and isolated trailing arms that comes with an electric power steering with a turning radius of 4.6 meters, which makes it an easy to drive city car. In the past 10 years, as a maintenance, I had to replace this shock absorber kit, the steering assembly down there, and I also had to replace the battery once. The battery gets replaced every 5 years. So that was the major maintenance I had to incur on this. And the shock absorber assembly, that is the shock absorber, the lower arms and the steering kit, costed me around 13,000 rupees including the labor. That was the major maintenance I had to incur on this. Yeah, so this is the retrofitted Philips relay, because I had to change the 55 watts to 90 by 100 lights, because the 55 watts was not sufficient on the highways. And also I got 2 auxiliary lamps, for which I have a relay over here. So overall the Philips relay costed me around 1300 rupees, and this relay costed me 350 rupees, and the cost of this auxiliary lamps was around 2000 rupees. So I think I have pretty much covered the various engine related specs. I think let's look at the other specs of the vehicle, and I'll just show you the different. So guys, I think it's time to look at the dimensions of the car. This width is around 5 feet. So 5 feet is the width, and the length is around 11 feet. That makes this car a pretty much a very comfortable car in the small car segments for 4 people to travel. And coming to the ground clearance, it's around 165 mm, and this has a tires of 12-inch dia. It's actually the spec, as you can see here, it's 145 by 80, and it's a 12-inch radial tires. Moreover, earlier the stock tires was JK tires, and I had to replace these tires with the MRF ZLX. Overall cost for me to replace the tire was around 13,000 rupees for 5 tires. And also in my personal experience, it's been very good after replacing the tire, because earlier I could hardly go up to 100 km/h with the JK tires, but after fixing this, no exaggeration, but I have gone up to 140 km/h in this small car, and there was absolutely no wobbling of the vehicle. So that's one of the greatest thing for me. It gave me a different feel and comfort after replacing the tires with MRF ZLX. I really would recommend that. Yeah, so this the petrol tank which sits right under the back seat is of 35 liters, and the mileage that the company promises is around 15.7 liters. And personally, I get around 20 kilometers per liter on highways, and it has gone up to 23 kilometers on highways, and also in the city I get around 18 kilometers per liter, that is without AC. And the mileage that I am talking about is in the Bangalore to Pune highway, and it's almost just a absolutely no interruption drive that I have when I get 23 kilometers per liter. Yeah, so let's get into the interiors of the car. Let's first look at the boot storage and the storage space that we have, where we want to carry the luggage. So this is the boot storage we have, and this is 177 liters of boot storage. I think the space can be better managed if I can get a speaker like this, which can be moved in the front seat, in the back seat temporarily, keep my luggage here, and then put this back. So I can keep it on top of the luggage so that I have more space here. And officially this is a 5-seater, but in my personal experience, I would say it's a good car for 4 adults who are around 5'7" to 5'9", and it's very spacious for 4 people to travel. I wouldn't recommend 5 adults in this. And also it's a good car for a family of a husband, wife and 2 kids types, and they are going to have a comfortable drive with this. And talking about the safety features, as per ARAI, there is absolutely no safety features in this car. However, this is a model 2010, and this has some added inbuilt safety features, because at that point of time the chassis was very strong comparing to what we get today. Now let me talk about owning this vehicle for past 10 years. So this is actually a 2010 Maruti Alto Suzuki, and this has done around 65,000 kilometers so far. So far the experience has been quite good, except when I got it initially there was kind of a wobbling which I used to feel, because my previous car was a Fiat Palio and it never used to wobble no matter what speed I was traveling in, even at a speed of 140, and so I never used to feel any kind of a wobble. But with this there is definitely not a comfortable ride as such. However, with the mileage and with the cost of maintenance, I think it just compromises, and it gives me a very good feel, because this is one of the vehicles which I can drive for another 20 years because of the easy availability of parts and very good service from Maruti. With 2010, with this model, Maruti Suzuki actually came up with some upgrades in the look and feel of the odometer. As you can see, there is a digital display. This also helps you to capture the number of kilometers actually you have covered so far, and it also helps you to cover set the value to 0 and capture the distance you cover in a given trip. That's a very good feature actually. It helps you to track the mileage, and it also helps you to track the number of kilometers you have covered. And it also has various other features. It also gives you an indication of the fuel. As you can see, the three needles over there, that means I still have 3 liters left. I mean 3 needles of petrol left in my tank, which would be probably around 10 liters. And the overall look and feel was changed. By default, the company actually gives both the AC and the heater, and the AC is quite efficient. It's efficient even compared to many of the other cars like Hyundai and so on. However, there is a considerable drop in the pickup when the AC or the heater is turned on. We also have the option to toggle between the outside air coming in or the when I turn on the AC, the inside air just circulates within the car. However, I just want to let you know a tip here, that whenever there is a rain and you do not want to turn on the AC, you can actually move it to the outside air mode, and you can actually open the windows a little bit so that you can avoid the glass from fogging. Because I have this rain guard, this does not allow the rain to come in. I can actually open the window till here, and I can turn on the outside air coming in. I can turn on the blower as well, so that the front windshield will actually not be fogged during rain. I think I have pretty much covered all the company fitted parts so far, and now I will talk about the retrofitted accessories. So first thing I want to start off with is my 90/100 Philips bulbs, which cost me around 350 rupees for a pair. So 90/100 is recommended for Alto, and 100/130 is not recommended, because that supposedly burns off some fuse or something inside. However, this also has to be fitted with the Philips relay kit, which I showed you earlier. And the other accessory I have fitted is this bull guard, which costed me around 800 rupees and around 200 fitting charges. And I had to go with the bull guard because I wanted to fit these auxiliary lamps. This is a Neolite halogen 1010. Again, this has 100 watts of bulb, so this gives me more light while I travel on the highways in the night. And I have done few fancy stickering here, like the Suzuki and the K3N, and also I got some stickers from the team BHP. So another important accessory I fitted for this car was this wheel cover, and if you notice, it actually sits in the bolt. So basically it's a permanent wheel cover that I have. And a secret over here is that this is the Hyundai Eon wheel cover. You don't get this bolt type fitting wheel cover for an Alto, which was earlier making it look very ugly, but after fitting this, I think it has given a very good look for my car. And also it's permanent, it does not come out in highway. It's not a spring type, or it's not a one bolt locking system, which makes it even better. And also I have a rain guard. So I already spoke about the advantage of having this rain guard here. So it's just not the look, it also helps you in making your drive much easier during rains. So moving again here, I have a dummy exhaust which I have fitted here. This is absolutely just for looks. It has no use as such. It does not increase the sound or decrease the sound. It's just only for looks. And another accessory I fitted here was the rear view sunshade. This actually helps me in the highway drive. Somebody flashing the lights from behind, it actually helps me avoid that. And also I showed you the retrofitted Hertz speaker. Yeah, so from inside this is how it looks. So I will be starting off with the internal accessories that I have fitted. This did not come with the company, but I had to retrofit it. As you can see, there is a steering cover and also a combination colored horizontal mobile holder. This comes handy if at all I am using the Alexa software in my phone, and I can just ask them to change the track that I am playing in the music player, or even for navigation it comes very handy. So this is a horizontal mobile holder, and I also have a vertical mobile holder here. So overall this costed me around 500 rupees, and this horizontal one costed me around 200 rupees on Amazon. They have been quite useful, and I think one of the biggest accessories that I retrofitted was this player. This is the My TVS. Yeah, this is very good in terms of giving the output for the speakers, and after fitting this, the output in the speaker changed considerably. It almost gives me a feel as if I have a woofer, and the sound quality is very good after fitting this. I would say I would definitely recommend this My TVS player for users. It's very good, and also I have a small dustbin here. This helps me to throw the garbage while I am driving on a highway, and later I can dispose it off outside. Another useful accessory I fitted here was this retrofitted handrest. This costed me around 1000 rupees, and generally I would not recommend to drive this with this being operational in city, but I would recommend you drive like this in the city. But while you are going on a long drive in a highway, I think your left hand needs rest as well, so you can place your hand over this and drive it. That would make it very comfortable. Yeah, so this is a retrofitted napkin holder. Actually, I saw one of the users recommending me this on YouTube. That's when I got this, and definitely it's a very good utility. It helps you to hold so many napkins without causing any problems. Generally, you place the napkins over here. What happens is it kinds of blocks your view by creating a shade on the windshield. So it's not recommended, and that's the reason this comes handy, and it does not interfere with your drive, and it helps it helps you to take the napkin whenever you need without interfering with your view. So it's definitely a recommended accessory by me. And like you can see, the whole car is being fitted with leather seats. I think I wouldn't say it's of a top quality leather seats that I have, but the color combination, which is my personal favorite of red and black, I feel it's a medium quality leather seats that I have. That's what I would say. Now, along with the seat cover, we also have this headrest. So in a longer drive, both for the passenger and the driver, it gives a comfort feel, because it helps you to rest and drive. So it's another accessory that is quite useful while driving. Yes, I think I also need to show you another accessory that I have. This is a mobile charging plug which I got. This would cost me around 350-400 rupees on Amazon. I think most of the accessories which I have in this car is being purchased by me from Amazon, because Amazon gives me an option to kind of have a detailed review of the product even before buying it, because many other users would have actually reviewed the product and given their views. So it makes my shopping easy. That's my personal view on buying things. Yeah, another thing I forgot to mention was this piece of plastic that you see here. This was actually a DIY. I actually cut this myself in this shape, and I have kept it here because when I place my mobile here in the hot sun while I'm navigating, generally my mobile always gives me a message that your battery is overheated. Do you want to turn off your mobile? That actually interrupts my drive. But after I fitted this kind of provides a shade for my mobile, and I've never seen that message coming up once again. So I tried to search this online, however I could not find one, so I had to do it myself and fit this. So I would suggest users to do this as well as a workaround. Like I told you, this is not a very spacious car, but I'm around 5'8". As you can see, this gives me a comfortable drive. I have around 2 inches of gap between the top and my head, and I've never felt it congested. Yes, I do get sometimes kind of a knee pain if I drive for a long time, and the pedals are not that soft as such. So I wouldn't say it's a very luxurious drive, but it's a very practical drive. In city I can navigate very easily because the car is very small and the parking is easily available. So that's another advantage of this small car. So I'll just show you the backside seating and let's see how that is.
Yep.
So let's see the back seat. I have not done any changes to the seating position of the driver, and this is the space I get. And me being around 5'7", when I sit here, the legs are almost touching, but actually what they have done is they have kind of left this seat hollow. So this gives me another around 3 inch of extra space in case my legs need more space here. So with this driving position, it's a comfortable drive for the driver as well as the passenger. So like I said, we can have 4 people sitting here without any problems, but I think a 5th person in the back seat is definitely a problem. Another accessory I purchased and retrofitted was this 3D mats, and as you can see there is some dust here, and generally they don't escape down here, so they help you to clean the car very easily. So this is available in the front as well as over here, and along with the seat cover I got some extra storage generally for our family members to keep some papers or any documents while traveling. That comes handy as well. It's time for us to talk the pros and cons of this car. The pros being it's smaller in size. Yes, it's one of the advantage I have because it's easy to navigate in city. It gives me a good mileage, like minimum of 18 in city, and size is good for a small family with around 2 kids. Comparatively, it's a very low maintenance car, and you also get a luxury of owning a car. Spare parts availability is good and extremely good service by Maruti Suzuki. It has the best network of service centers. We just saw the pros of the owning the Maruti Alto LXI. However, definitely we will always have the cons as well. So one of the biggest problem that I generally face is not having enough pickup while going on highways, and especially when I turn on the AC. Along with that, the company does not promise any safety features except the seat belt. However, this is a non-hard track chassis, so in my personal view, it's comparatively stronger than the cars that were launched before 2012, after 2012, I'm sorry. And another disadvantage is that many people don't like this car because it's very small and it's of a low budget. Again, we are talking about a low budget car and it's for a simple middle class family, so I think that should be fine as well. Along with that, overall I would like to say that this is a very good car for a person who actually wants to buy the car for the first time. It gives him an experience of owning a car. Along with that, it will also teach him the various maintenance aspects of it. I hope I have covered all the aspects of the vehicle, and my verdict would be that this is a very good car for a person who is owning the car for the first time, and it's also a very good car for somebody who actually wants to go to office every day in the car in the city traffic. It comes very handy because it's very small, and it also is a very good car for somebody who wants to explore the various technicalities of the car and to have a basic understanding of how a car works. So overall, I think considering the resale value as well, in southern part of India, the resale value for this car is very high. I don't think you can get a second hand vehicle of 2010 for lesser than 2.2. So I think you can definitely go with this vehicle if you are planning to start off with your car journey. Hi guys, thanks a lot for being with me so long. I hope you liked my video. I'll be coming up with more of such videos, and just not related to the vehicles. I'll also come up with many other videos. So I request you to like and subscribe my videos so that you get alerts when I release my next videos, and also don't forget to click on the bell icon. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Thanks.